Because I'm feeling kind of guilty talking about talking and how I want to perfect it in a place where people are just will be just happy just to get two words together. That's the problem with Syracuse. I mean, not the Syracuse, but nobody. I mean, they're just wishing they could talk here
at all.
Yeah, and here I feel like bad because I'm just trying to make it smoother now, and my friend Barbara, she typed and she asked me like why I could talk and she still can't, and I don't know what to say about that still, like, because she says I am like herself. She said that I seem like herself, but and like the others, except that I could talk and they couldn't. So,
what about how did you even know about the institute going on? What was your way of finding out about this?
I was doing FC with the dolphin.
And
I found out about FC from the dolphin for my dolphin. I was doing hand over hand, the basic hand over hand with everything, like with everything, and then somebody said I was doing FC, and then I went to find out what FC was, and then I realized that's what I was doing with her. I guess that's what they called it,
So then through doing that, you heard about this conference?
Yes, and I got bought books and information. When you realize you're doing something, and then you realize other people are doing it too. So you find out that people have been doing similar things, kind of close to it, and then you figure like, why just wing it? This be so like, why if people like that phrase they say, why reinvent the wheel, like, and that's when the internet, which is like the greatest thing in the world right now, you just go in and next thing you know you find out about FC and links to language and RPM and all that. It's sort of like all the similar, so you realize all these people, somebody else is doing something kind of close to it, and then you see where they're at, so you could, so you could do it too.
So then did you just, once you got the information, you made a decision to go and you just got the plane tickets and booked the room and came? Or how did that work out?
Yeah, I already planned on going. I wanted to go for this one, yeah. For the dolphin, I didn't go. Actually, I had planned to go for last year, and I couldn't really make it. And then I was going to, by the time I wanted to go to Texas for the, what's that other place? Halo Soma place. For a week camp for that too.
Halo.
Yeah, and this I might still do this year too. Because I could get stuff here, but I could get. I want to do everything for her to make it easier for her. If she knows something, then I want to learn it too. That. So that I'm planning going there this year too. Like, and if in September or October, if able. this for the week camp and no.
Did you feel like you got some good insight or interesting information this week?
Yeah, I think I did. I like exposing the dolphin to others too, and seeing all the people because she's so I like that because you see Sue Rubin is talking and Red and Jamie is talking and it's like encouragement because the dolphin thought that she would have speech by the time she was 9 because
That's when you started.
yeah, so my mom always, everybody, my sister, like they say it in, sometimes they forget she's listening and like my sister will say something like, my sister didn't talk till she was 9 and my mom was, yes, my daughter, she talked when she was then 9 and now she don't shut up, things like this and stuff. So like the dolphin when she was 9 was like that she was going crazy with she thought she was gonna talk. I mean like it would come out. Like she didn't even try this it's like she was just quiet like silent she was just like a quiet, like she didn't do nothing with her mouth that's like then all of a sudden on her birthday, she was 9 years old, then she's like puffing and moving her mouth and making squealy sounds and stuff. And that's, I was like, oh, did you think that just like you would turn 9 and just like magic words would just spill out of your mouth like this? Without no prior practice. So I told herself that she just needed to practice and now she just doesn't stop practicing, but that's okay because she's going to get it. And I think we've seen that even if she's essentially nonverbal, that's her saying something too. But I just wanted to give her more encouragement because she's 10 now and sometimes she gets upset that it's been a year already and she hasn't like gotten it perfect. But I have to tell you that right now that she's 10, she does more vocalizations than when she was 9. And you could make she's more clear. So I tell her she's pretty proud. Pretty proud. I mean, with that. Also, she's autistic, and all the other autistics talk in our family and in the school. She went for 1 year with some autistic children, but they could all talk. I mean.
They were very high functioning as far as speech.
Well, some of them had simple speech or limited speech, but they still had speech. So, it's weird. Like you could say, like my nephew, he's like they're also very different because my nephew has autism. And he could talk if he wanted to. Sometimes it's like he don't want to, and he will only talk like caveman talk, where it's like demands if he needs something, but he won't like converse or dialogue or anything. It's like he won't say anything. If he wants something, then he'll tell you, and that's about it. And that's
no conversation.
Yeah, But how, like you could say it's so different because they both have autism and they look so different because you can see the dolphin, she's wanting to talk and struggling to talk and she's like all in everybody's face, puffing in their faces trying to talk and staring at herself in mirrors trying to talk. And you see my nephew and he just has no interest and everything, and just like if he needs something, he'll just say, I'm hungry, and give me, you know, I want something to eat now. And that's it. And he won't even, you know, and he won't talk to you unless he needs something. But when he needs something, it comes out clear. And I think my sister feels sort of rejected because it's sort of like she wants more interaction or something. He just has no interest. And that's a whole different breed of autistics, you know, I think.
What do you think is going on with him instead?
Um, it's it's different versions of autism. Like I have Asperger's is what they say I have now, but um, I just feel like I'm socially weird. I mean, I want to be part of things. I want to be involved with people and want to have friends, and I want to build. I want things. So sometimes it's just the how-tos. You know, it's the getting there that gets in the way, and or I may not do it the way it's supposed to be done, and then I feel like I messed it up. You know, but the desire and to do that is there. My nephew, it's weird because it's almost like he has no issues in functioning, or you know, he could do things. He just has this like aversion to being with people. So it's like he's a different breed because it's like it's not that he can't, it's more like he don't want. And you know, that's like a different breed kind of, I think. But there's so many different kinds of the spectrum, as they call it, out there that you can't even, you know, compare one to the other. I see that in our family alone, where we have already like 5 diagnosed autistics, and not 2 of them are even the same. So I'm almost afraid to even say that, like, you know, it can't. Where am I now? But that's with just those 5. They're so different.
And yet, there are sometimes when we're talking and you're able to give me some insight about autism, and you'll say things like what you said before about how you would say hello.
Hello.
Not
hello. Like hello, and just you see, you can say like the Seinfeld, like the Seinfeld episode, and her stomach, and they were going hello, hello, hello. You see the whole face moves when they do that.
I was thinking,
and it's like a more. I'm sorry, I forgot what happened.
Oh, I was thinking of when we were talking about when 2 people are autistic and they say hello to each other, and there's a circling that happens. And so some ways I agree, partly just because people are individuals, that they're going to be different in general. But there are some things that are, it seems like, I know you are saying that you feel a kinship or a closeness with people with autism, and that even if there are different kinds.
There's a different, that's the, they're different kinds. But for example, my nephew, he won't have any problem saying hello. Like I could say hello, but sometimes I just feel like safer, like it's my comfortable way of, I don't know, because sometimes it's almost confrontational if you just directly, it's just so, you get stricken a little bit. But say even my nephew, who really don't have that much interest, you see, he's not the kind of person. His like, I'm up to 31 or 32, 33, 34. Counting the lines. Sorry, at the same time. Even my nephew, you know, we say hello by circling around him because he's not the kind of person you could come up to and say hello because he'll be like, you know, he will get angry because you're like pushing yourself into his space, and unless you're invited, you know, he don't want you there, you know, that kind of thing. So if you're circling around him, you're not really invading his space, kind of. So it's even like with Helm, who is a completely different autistic, you know, I'm more comfortable doing that than going up to him and saying hello, because people have gotten kicked for that with him. You can't live that. He's my sister worries about him, but he's gonna be okay, you know. I really think he's too old to be with those women. And would that make him a polygamist, like that movie Big Wives? Big Wives? No. What's that show with the man with the 3 wives? Big something.
I don't watch a whole lot of TV, so I wouldn't know.
They're all in bed with him. He's a dirty old man, is what they call that.
I think you're right. But
I had fun here because I met people I only met online.
Yeah, and then you got to make a connection and see them in real life.
Yeah, and we had much fun too.
Right.
I met all these people, and the dolphin had met all these people, and it was really, 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 really fun.
So, but tomorrow you're going to fly back?
Yep. And sleep maybe for 2. I won't leave the house for 3 days.
Yeah. And just rest and rest.
Yeah. Wouldn't you do the same?
I would if I were going straight home, actually, because I tend to need a lot of rest. But I'm going to New York for a week before I go home. But I feel like I could sleep for 2 days right now.
Yep.
There's a lot to deal with and do, and different time zones and everything. So.
Oh, you got different time zone. We don't have the time zone.
Yeah. Yeah, for you it's about maybe different daylight because you're further north, and the daylight is longer in the summer in the north.
Oh.
I don't know if you're about 800 miles north of where you live.
Okay. I didn't know.
Because your home is where?
Florida land.
Yeah. In what town?
And like near Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that where you've lived the whole time you've been there? I mean, like in that area?
Yeah, well, within like 20 miles. Before that, we were like my father bought a condo on North Miami Beach. So yeah, on the beach. Oh yeah, we were on the beach first, and then Hurricane Andrew brought sand up into the 3rd floor, so that wasn't good.
No.
And then removed a little bit, but pretty much they're around the same area, a little bit north. Ears there and everywhere. Bisbee, so yes.
Well, I'm kind of, for at least for now, I think I'm pretty much done with anything I can think of. Is there something important that I didn't think to ask tonight that you want to add, or otherwise we can just talk a different time? But I mean, is there anything else about talking tonight that we should say?
No, no, I think I'm good. I mean, I think the dolphin's gonna learn how to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Just because how determined. I don't know. I just get that feeling she will. I know that I met a lot of people here. That can't talk still, you know, and that makes me sad because I know they want to, but I think that it could still happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some experts said that if people don't talk by a certain time, they're never going to talk. And I think that, you know, look at Sue Rubin. She could say, you know, she could talk now, and Jamie could talk now. You know, so that can't be correct. I mean, we don't know for sure that. That's it, I guess. I don't know. Except sometimes I still feel guilty when I'm with non-verbals that want to talk and they want to, you know, that kind of thing.
Because of how could you help them? And you did it, but...
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know how much they practice anyhow. I don't know. I mean, like this. Like Sue got words and Jamie's talking now. Now you know that anybody could talk because look how old they are when they started. I mean, some first one expert like say if they don't talk by a certain age, they're never going to talk. And I didn't start till I was 9. And then some people were saying you were still young then. But then look at Jamie and Sue Rubin, and they started much later than myself even. So you can't even say that and I don't think that people should own that just because somebody say, you know, that if you don't do it by this time, it can't ever be done. Because that's why I was happy to bring the dolphin here, because I showed her look how long it took for, like, how when Jamie started, he was already in his teens before he got words and stuff. I think that was good for her because she got to see them and everything and meet other people other than myself. This is so and stuff. Because you'll probably go back to Florida land where she will still meet a lot of people that will look at her like she's nothing more than a walking vegetable. So I'd like to have where she's with people that aren't so feel. I guess that's it now. That was a lot of talking. And I feel like throwing up now.
Aww.
It's I can't help. I mean, and it's not bad. It just comes with it. It comes with the territory because there's a lot of anxiety and effort put in the organization and the tossing out of things. You know, it leaves you kind of queasy after and stuff. But that's how it is. Just